Hello, Primary 5 students. This is Master George, your math teacher. Are you ready, students? Before you watch the video, students, please answer your test. This is the link and QR code of your test. Use this link or QR code for your test free or evaluation. Okay, students, the same link here. Please check in the Swiss homework online. In your homework in the Swiss, you can have link, QR code, and the writing test worksheet. Okay, please check there, and then the same QR code and link. You can see also there in the Swiss, this is the writing test of your test. Okay, writing test, you copy this in the A4 or you print this one and then you solve, write your name, then solve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you can send this and pass this in the Swiss homework online. I will give points also. Our next lesson, students, is about multiples and factors. This is Unit 3 in your book. The factors of a number are those that divide the number without leaving a remainder. Since 2 times 3 is 6, 6 divided by 2 equals 3, and 6 divided by 3 equals 2. 2 and 3 divide 6 without leaving a remainder. Therefore, 2 and 3 are factors of 6. 6 is a multiple of both 2 and 3. Multiple. A multiple of any number is a number which can be divided exactly by that number. The multiples of a number are formed by multiplying it with other numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So, a number has unlimited multiples. For example, 10, 20, 30, and so on are multiples of 10. Each number is a multiple of itself. Every number is a multiple of 1. A multiple of a number cannot be less than the number. This is because the first multiple of every number is the number itself. There are infinite number of multiples for any number. Common multiples are those multiples that are common to 2 or more numbers. Example number 1. Find any 5 multiples of 5. To find the multiples of 5, we multiply it with 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 4 is 20, 5 times 5 is 25, and so on. Thus, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 are the multiples of 5. Okay? Example number 2. Divide 35 by 5 and check if it is a multiple of 5. We check if it is multiple of 5, then we can divide 35 exactly by 5. Here, 35 divided by 5 is 7, then the remainder here is 0. Here, remainder is 0. 35 is a multiple of 5. So we can say that 35 is a multiple of 5, hence a number which can be divided by another number without any remainder can also be defined as its multiple. Next is any number that is a multiple of 2 is called an even numbers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and so on are all even numbers. And any number that is not a multiple of 2 is called an odd number, like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, and so on are all odd numbers. For today, students, you going to answer this exercise, page 32. Exercise 3.1. This is part A, part B, and part C. Okay, let's try to answer your exercise 3.1, page 32. Part A. Write the next 5 multiples of the given number. Only 5 multiples. The next 5. Number 1, 3. The next multiple of 3 is 6. Why? 3 times 2 is 6. Next is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. Next is 12. 3 times 4 is 12. Next is 15. 3 times 5 is 15. And the last is 18. 3 times 6 is 18. 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 are the next 5 multiples of 3. This is your answer. Next is number 2. Next 5 multiples of 6. The answer is 12. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 5 is 30. And 6 times 6 is 26. 12, 18, 24, 30, and 36 are the multiples of 6. Number 3. Multiple of 9. The next 5 are 18. 9 times 2 is 18. 27. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 26. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 6 is 54. 18, 27, 36, 45, and 54 are the multiples of 9. This is your answer for number 3. Next is number 4. Find the next 5 multiples of 11 are 22. 11 times 2 is 2. 11 times 3 is 33. 11 times 4 is 44. 11 times 5 is 55. And 11 times 6 is 66. 22, 33, 44, 55, and 66 are the next 5 multiples of 11. This is your answer. Part B. State if true or false. True or false. Number 1. 27 is a multiple of 12. True or false? 27, if you divide 27 by 12, cannot be. You cannot divide 27 by 12. That's why the answer here is false. Number 2. 68 is a multiple of 17. If you divide 68 by 17, the answer is 4. That's why 68 is a multiple of 17. That is true. Number 3. 19 is a multiple of 7. If you divide 19 by 7, cannot be. You have remainder. So the answer here is false. Number 4. 78. The number 78 is an odd number. True or false? 8. The last number is 8. This is even number. False. Number 5. 75 is an odd number. What are the odd numbers? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. 75. 5 is an odd number. True. Okay, students, let's try to answer now part C. Find the 2 common multiples of the following. 2 common multiples. Number 1. 12 and 6. What are the common multiples of 12 and 6? Okay, I will show you how to get the 2 common multiples. For number 12, the multiple of 12 are 12. 12 times 1, 12 times 2 is 24. 12 times 3 is 36. 12 times 4 is 48. 12 times 5 is 60. 12 times 6 is 72. And so on, many numbers. For 6, you have 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 5 is 30. And 6 times 6 is 36. We will stop here. Many numbers. Then you can see they have common multiples. Which one? 12. They are common. And 24. Correct, students? That is your answer. 12 and 24. 2 common multiples of 12 and 6. Next is number 2. 12 and 18. For number 12, you have 12 times 1 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24, 12 times 3 is 26, and then times 4 is 48, times 5 is 60, and 72. For 18, you have 18 times 1 is 18, 18 times 2 is 36, 18 times 3 is 54, 18 times 4 is 72, 18 times 5 is 90, and 18 times 6 is 108. Okay, we stop here. Then you can see here we have common, only two common multiples. That is number 36. Okay, they are the same. And then 72. Correct, students? These are your answer. 36 and 72 are the two common multiples of 12 and 18. Next is number 3. 16 and 4. Okay. For 16, you have 16, 32, 48, 64, 80, 96, and so on. Many. And for 4, okay, you have 4 times 4 times 2 is 8, times 3 is 12, times 4, 16, times 5, 20, and 6, 24, 7, 28, 8, 22, 26, 40, 44, 48, 52, and many. But you can find only two common multiples. These are number 16 and 48. Correct, students? These are your answer. 14 and 48 are the two common multiples of 16 and 4. Correct, students? Next is number 4. Number 4 is 13 and 8. Correct, students? 13 number is odd number and 8 is even number. It's very difficult for us to find this number. And then you can multiply. You can get the multiple of 13. 13 times 8 is equals to 104. Students? And then 18 times 13 is 104. They are the same. Okay, students? Did not write 13 times 1 is very long. Find 18 times 13 times 8, 104, and 8 times 13 is 104. This is the first common multiple of 13 and 8. The other one is 13 times 6 is 208. Correct, students? You multiply 13 times 16 is 208. And then the other one is 8 times 26 is equals to 208. Okay. Now you have two multiples of 13 and 8. 104 and 208. And right here equals 104 and 208. Next is number 5. You find the two common multiples of 5, 15, and 25. The three numbers. For 5, you can say 5 times 15 is 75. 15 times 5 is 75. 25 times 3 is 75. The first common multiple is 75. The next number is 150. 5 times 30 is 150. 15 times 10 is 150. The same. And then 25 times 6 is 150. They are common. Your answer here is 75 and 150. Number 6. 8, 12, and 30. You find the multiples of 8, 12, and 30 common. For 8, you multiply 8 times 15 is 120. 12 times 10 is 120, the same. 30 times 4 is 120. The first number is 120. The next number is 240. 8 times 30 is 240. 12 times 20 is 240. And the last is 30 times 8 is 240. Now your answer here is 120 and 240. Correct, students? Okay, students, please join our line group. If you did not join here, please join our line group. Okay, students, this is only for math by MATHP5. Thank you, students. Thanks for watching, students. See you next week, students. Bye-bye.